As you can see, the weather has turned on us. Now we're lucky we've got all of our crops off, but not everybody in the area is so lucky. We do, however, have about 600 or 700 acres of soybean stubble left to till. So today we're gonna thrash and get as much of that done as possible. 4 of the points on our John Deere 2730 ripper are wore out, completely shot. It's a 9-shank ripper, which means we got 9 points on it. Got them stacked here. I'm gonna throw them in the pickup. I'm gonna take them over to the other shed, and I'm just gonna replace all 9 points on that thing because we wanna cover as much ground as possible. And so if 4 of them were completely wore out, the other 5 were not far behind. So we're gonna replace all 9 of them right away here this morning. It's never a very fun job, but at least I'm in a warm shed out of the wind. All right, his rig is ready to go. He's gonna back that out, put some diesel in it, take off and start getting some stuff done. Let's do it. Looks like it's going for him so far. You'll notice the fuel barrel sitting there. We got a flat tire on that one of the last days of harvest and never came back to it because we were busy trying to get everything off the field. There's our place in the background, so we're not far from it. We just, once we get a chance, we'll get there. Had some comments in my last video about the disc blades being up. I'm running them up on purpose because on this soybean stubble, this disc chisel is way overkill for what we're doing here anyway. We just need to open the ground up and pull some of the black to the top, bury some of the trash to get this stuff to heat up in the spring so we can work it. Plus, this field has a ton of rocks in it, so we don't need to be running those disc blades any more than we absolutely have to, so I'm not even worrying about them. I'm just letting them ride there. I've just lifted them up out of the way. It didn't take long for the birds to find us. It doesn't seem to be going too bad. I'm gonna check the depth real quick with these new points on there. I did raise it up roughly an inch, so I'll take a look back here and see. It does feel like it's pulling harder, but I think that may be because this top is frozen a little bit. Little too deep. Well, that's better. Now we're not so crazy deep. We got new points on there. We should be able to cover a lot of acres with those points. Top 1/4 inch is frozen. Tractor rides pretty nice. It spins a little bit on the snow, but not nearly as much as it would be if it was muddy out here. You can see the birds have found me. You know, I will take this over mud any day. This is actually easier on the fields, easier on the tractor, nicer to work in. It's a little bit colder, but besides that, it's not bad. Other than the people that don't be quiet on the radio. While we're finishing up some end rows here, I had the AGCO Ziegler guys come out and help me set this thing up, just to make sure we had everything set up perfectly to pull this ripper. We're good. We got this field about finished up. I'm gonna head up the road to the north there and start working on a different field. Potty break. Oh my gosh, no. No, they do not have the heat on in the bathroom today. Oh, for Pete's sake. I admit it, I didn't wash my hands.
That's new tile, isn't it, that Jerry put in?
Dad and Jim are out there fixing a broken sweep on the chisel plow. I'm glad they're doing it because it sure looks freezing cold out there. This is it. Just these couple of slivers back in this corner. Then I drive back that way and head home.
How full is the fuel?
3/4 probably.
You still have 3/4 of a tank of fuel?
I think so. Spilled a little diesel on the beauty. What we had was the nozzle on the diesel barrel had froze up, and so when the tractor got full, it didn't automatically click out the way that it's supposed to, and it actually pumped a couple of gallons out against the tractor and onto the ground. It wasn't bad, but I don't want to return that thing back to Ziegler and give it back to AGCO or whoever takes it from here and have the inside of the cab smelling like diesel. Plus, nobody wants to sit inside a tractor and smell diesel all night. It's about enough to make a guy sick in a hurry. Dad took the tractor for a couple hours while I ate supper and said goodnight to the kids. Now it's time to head back down south of here, head over to the field they're in now, and I'll take over for either Dad or Jim or whoever wants to head home, and I'll see how late I can stay awake tonight. 5 to 4.
Go ahead.
I'm just taking off out of the yard, headed back down with the dually. Where do you want me to come to?
Suppose you want to come to the north approach?
10-4, I'll be there in about 10. Let's go farming, boys. It's about 9 o'clock and I'm having some real issues with this thing. I don't know what the problem is, but it will not maintain a straight track. I don't know if it's in the guidance. I don't know if the ground is too frozen. I don't know if there's water in between the lugs on the tracks that's causing the wheels to slip on the inside. I don't know what's going on, but it's really frustrating. I cannot properly steer this thing. The ground is not that frozen. I don't know. I'm gonna keep fighting it. I don't know what's been going on yet, but I've been struggling with it a lot less the last couple of rounds. Basically, if I'm going up a side hill where it's taking a lot of power, I'm getting a lot of slip, and I don't know exactly how this reads. If it's reading off the drive wheels, it would almost have to read off the drive wheels. I don't know how it would read, but I'm wondering if I didn't have moisture in between the drive wheels and the tracks, so that the drive wheels were turning correctly, but the tracks weren't moving right, and it was like it kept trying to chase the auto steer line around like this, fishtailing around. As long as I'm flat and I don't overlug the thing, it seems to be okay now. I don't know, stand by, maybe I'm good. I don't know, it's working now. Seagulls went to bed, it's about 9:30. Time to put on some tunes. Gotta stay awake. Little snow coming down again. Hi, Jim. So I'm a farmer from Minnesota who does his thing every day with a camera, and then at the end of the day I compress that down and turn the day into a little video and put that out on the internet, share it with some people, and sometimes people watch it. Well, I got a crazy email last week after Halloween. This little guy's name is Jackson. Give that a minute to focus. Jackson's mom shared this picture with us. This is Jackson dressed up as the Millennial Farmer for Halloween. Well done, Jackson. And I gotta say, that is truly one of the most terrifying costumes I've ever seen. I never would have guessed that anybody would want to dress up as me for Halloween. And Jackson, you nailed it, and you rock. Thanks for watching, buddy. Had to get that 11 o'clock stretch in. You know how it is. Time for the midnight stretch. Little dark and hard to see, but there are no shear bolts tripped. Let's till on. It's toasty inside this Challenger. It's 1 o'clock in the morning now. Dad's gonna finish the last round up while I take off and head for home here. We are gonna put these things in the shop tonight, because if we don't, those disc gangs are gonna freeze up once we stop moving. And we've had issues with that before. All in all, not a bad day. We got over 300 acres covered today. If we're not froze out, we'll be back at it again tomorrow. We've got a little bit less than 300 acres to go. So if we can not get froze out tomorrow, we will get finished as long as we don't have any major issues to deal with. But the weather is cold. It's about 18, 19 degrees out right now. So we're gonna wait and see what we've got. It's not too frozen on top right now, not really any more than what it was this morning. So we'll see what we've got to deal with in the morning and go from there. So for now, this is it. I'm gonna go home, grab something to eat, tip over, be back at it again in the morning. Thanks for watching, guys. One rig in, one rig a mile away. It's about time for the 2 a.m. stretch. Here we go. We are down to our last 350 acres of soybeans to put in. Our corn is all in, but right now we've got a 9560 John Deere. It's an RT model like that, but a bigger frame. That's an 8360. And Jim is stuck. Right now we've got all of our tractors hooked up doing something, and it sounds like that tractor's pretty stuck, so we're not going to be able to hook the 6410 to it and get it out very easily. So what the plan is to unhook the 8260 from the roller, drive that up there, see what we can do. Maybe we can unhook the field cultivator and pull it out that way. I guess we'll see what we got in our hands when I get up there. Unhook this deal. If the jack is around, there we go. Alan's gonna run that up to the field, meet Jim up there, and I'll be coming with a rope. These are the bad boys we are going to need. No, no! So he is stuck in the ditch that we closed a couple of weeks ago, where Randy was out here closing it. I can't quite tell yet exactly what's going on, but he's in the ditch. Oh man, holy crap, that's not cool. I'd feel more comfortable if you took a look at what we got here, because we're not going to go forward. The steps are actually in the mud. And it looks dry on top. He was going straight across it. I can't believe it sunk the way that it did, but he's way in there. The digger is not stuck. It's sunk a little bit on the right side wings. But that's the big thing, so we're gonna have to pull everything backwards.
Should give him crap, but that could turn around and bite me real quick, so I'm not gonna.
Well, I would encourage it.
Or just a portion of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if the tables were turned, that.
You think you would?
All right, if we're all unhooked up front, I'm gonna see if it'll move. Yeah,
okay.
I'll try. I'm not gonna go much because the guy that makes the payments on it isn't here yet.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a terrible spot to stand, Jim. That right side wing is just sunk in. I really don't want to have an issue here. It's just these right sides that are sunk in too much, isn't it? Pull this side out first.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I wonder what would happen if we folded up these outside wings to get, you know, you're adding weight over here, but then it's going to get these other wheels out of here.
I wonder if we folded them up a little bit, if they would stay enough. If this side would stay up, we don't care if that side's down or not.
Right.
Just this side would stay.
Just this side would stay up, yeah. So we moved the chain just a little bit to try and get it to pull more upwards instead of down as much as it was. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but we'll see. I don't like it. We hooked up the wings on the digger, the field cultivator, and our plan is to fold it up a little bit and see. We're gonna be putting more weight on certain tires, but if we can get the wing out of the mud, maybe that'll help. Here comes Boss Man. Why won't it raise the wings?
I don't know.
I think maybe you should get in that 8260 and try pulling it and see what you think.
Just try it easy and see.
Yeah, because the next thing, if we can't get the wings up, is to move the chain over into that corner and try to pull something from over there. But you see, I tried pulling a couple times. I just didn't want to pull it too hard.
You did try pulling?
Yeah.
It moved.
I mean, we can get it to move. This side over here will roll, but that south side is just stuck. And I mean, I didn't want to pull anything apart without you here to see it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see what this does. I think if you, maybe we re-straighten the rope, but if you pull farther and the hitch swings out that way, we can pin it to this and pull the digger out of the way.
Yeah, it kind of shifted.
I think it was just the wheel popping out of there.
Okay.
When it shifted, it was just those wheels popping out, wasn't it?
Yep.
How much equipment can we collect out here right now? What'd you call it? Yeah, they make it a heck of an obstacle course to get in here.
What's on there?
You want the rope to pull it?
Yeah. Put the rope around it.
Take that other side down first. All right, good thing I'm a 1996 log rolling champion. I lied, but my sister-in-law took some log rolling classes, so that counts. Hi, Katie.
Well, what do you think?
What?
We gotta have blackmail pictures.
Yeah, we gotta have proof as to who did this.
There you go. Watch your hand. Why couldn't you do that, Jimmy?
Yeah, that was easy. Jim. Well, you're entertaining now. I gotta keep it rolling. Would you like to just hold this on Jim the whole time?
It would be worth quite a bit.
Wow, this side is...
You would think this would be closer, so that would be wetter, so that would be down. But
You would
boy,
think it would be.
must be, I don't know if it's like a spring here or something.
Well, that's the weird part, is the water coming through the pipe should just be passing through.
It should be.
These things are hard to get stuck, but you did a good job here, Jim. You really screwed up.
I was going straight. I was going to go this way on the drop. It sucked because it looked a little day up there, and that side just dropped. Right over. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Gonna see if we get the beast out. Oh boy. Come on, baby. Come on, she's coming. Come on. Come on. Holy buckets, look at the hole. That thing was just about buried. Holy buckets. This is crazy. This is totally crazy. Wow, that is super good. But she came out, no problem.
That was uncomfortable.
I can see that.
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy that. We'll only harass you about it for the next 30 or 40 years, Jim. She got muddy. Oh, Jim. That was incredibly uncomfortable for a minute there. You can hear it squishing around in there. You think if we just hook the main up and down?
It should lift this right up.
Should, I would.
We let it down, and the hip should come up.
Right.
Got something up there that doesn't
Go around that area down there. I can't believe how soft it is because it's dry on top. I'd have probably driven over that too.
Just like I would have too. Tried to snake over that with a float over it.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm guessing this is a 3, 4, maybe 500-pound chain. You know, Jim, I love you, but it was almost worth it so that we could spend an hour harassing you. Oh, and I lied to you when I said I wasn't gonna put it on the internet. God, I'm like hungry now. Big boy's gotta eat. 5 to 7. We're gonna leave this field now, so don't do anything stupid, okay?